Okay.
Or kiss the groom.
Yeah, let's do something.
Happy birthday to
you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rosalind. Happy birthday to you.
Now, Dwight.
17. She got cream on her front. She got cream. Oh my God, did I?
Oh,
Had the first taste.
stylist.
Thanks, Tony. Somebody else.
Right.
So, the first thing I'd like to do is to thank you all for being here, and particularly we'd like to thank all of those who came from out of town to be with us. So I'd like to take the opportunity to mention the people who are here from out of town. Starting off with Rosalind's family from Canada and friends. From Montreal, we have Mary and Margaret, who came to join us. And then from Toronto, we have Ted and Valerie and Emily.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
And Janet and Wilma and Martha. And then from the Canadian Rockies, from Canmore in Alberta, we have Sarah. And from Ottawa, we have Joy and Lynette and Bea. And then from Ireland, my sister Susan and John are with us. And from Mexico, my old schoolmate, Richard and Elda, came to be with us. And then from within the US, from Boston, my brother Mihal is here. And we have a big contingent from New York. We have Kate, Rosalind's sister, and Barbara and Donald, as well as Pascal and Natalie. Do we have Isabel Lee? Did I see her? Oh, there she is. Welcome from Philadelphia. And from Atlanta and Spoleto, Italy, we have Ellen. And then last but not least, from Queenstown, in the South Island in New Zealand, we have Ralph. So what we do, one other thing I'd like to acknowledge is that all the flower arrangements here were by Royce, who is with us. And then we thought it might be a nice idea to have some of Rosalind's friends share some memories of her in her younger days. So we'd like to start off with Rosalind's sister, Martha. See if you want.
Hello there. The reason I get to start off was Rosalind and I shared a room when we were small, and so I am really going to tell you just very briefly about her first 10 years. The main thing that we all know about Rosalind is she learned how to read very, very early. In fact, she was 3, and she was sitting at the dining room table, and she told my father that the newspaper had made a mistake, and the word child was there, and it was spelt wrong. So my father looked at it, and it was the word Chile, and so they realized that Rosalind was learning how to read, and from then on, can you hear?
Oh, yeah.
From then on, she carried on reading, and it had a really big effect on me because the Christmas that she turned 4, I mean, she'd been 3 up until the 23rd of that December, but she could read. So she turned 4, and I was 7 and a half. And we got up early, because we shared a room, and we went down to see what was in our stockings. And Rosalind, we got 2 sleds. And Rosalind turned over the sled and said, see, it says Eaton's. That's the name of a department store. So, of course, there's no Santa Claus. And I said, that's not true. I said, I'm sure Santa Claus just ran out, and he had to go to the department store and get them. And we had this little discussion, and I don't know what happened, but I still believed in Santa Claus. But I had my doubts after that. So we won't go on with these endless stories, but there is just one more. That when I was 9 and a half, I mean, I hope I was only 9 and a half, but I got a dog when I was 9 and a half. And I really liked this dog, and I used to talk to the dog all the time, and I used to take him up in my bed and have little chats with him. And one day, the dog started talking to me. And again, I was a very believing soul. I mean, I would have loved the idea of fairies down the end of the garden. So I was so excited that my dog was talking to me. And I spoke to the dog, and he said nice things. He said he liked being, my dog, and he liked everything. So I was so pleased. And then I heard this giggling under the bed. And I looked under the bed, and it was Rosalind. And I was extremely upset, but we stayed to be quite good friends. And it all worked out. But that was sort of the tenor of our childhood. I was quite a bit older, firmly explaining that, Santa Claus existed and so forth, and I had the very logical younger sister trying to lead me on the right path. So now I think it's Janet.